Hey guys, Jen here, doing a week 5 and 6 update. Sorry to have missed last week. I ended up going on a mini vacation with my parents and my kids up to a local state park that had no Wi-Fi reception. So there was no way to post a video, so I didn't even bother to make a video. Um, for week 5, I weighed in on Tuesday morning instead of Wednesday since we left Tuesday afternoon to go up to the park. And I was at 251. And honestly, I don't remember if that's a loss. I think it might have been a couple more pounds down from week 4. My 1 month stats were great. I had lost like 2.5 inches on my waist, 2 inches on my hips, an inch to a half an inch on the other 4 or so places that I had measured. So I felt really pretty decent about that. And at the exact 1 month mark on August 11th, I had gone from 278 to maybe it was the 251 to be honest. So I was down like 27 pounds and really happy about that. Then, though I hadn't had a period in the entire time since the surgery, and it had actually been over 6 weeks, my period came and we were on the vacation. And to be honest, I ate like crap because my parents are big junk food junkies, and I inherited that from them. I ate too much candy, not enough protein. I had packed my vitamins, but they were in the bottles, and so I took less than half of them the entire time we were up there. And I honestly have not been great getting back on track since we've been home this week. All that to say, my weight this morning was 253. I'm back up 2 pounds. Not thrilled about that. Down still 25 pounds since the surgery, but certainly not trending in the right direction. My daily protein probably only hits 30 to 40 grams tops. My vitamin intake is inconsistent, to say the best about it. I'm probably not hitting 64 ounces of water. And I don't know any of these stats because though I love the Berrytastic app, I haven't been weighing, measuring, paying attention enough to actually track anything into it. So, shame on me. Time to get my shit in gear. Oh, I shouldn't say that. So, time to get my butt in gear and get back on track because number 1, I want the scale to start moving down again. And number 2, I don't want to get into a bad place health-wise. I'm really still struggling with recovering from the pneumonia. It is amazing how hard it hit. I have 0% energy still. Like my house, if you could see it, is a nightmare. And I only do dishes or laundry when it becomes critical. And I am getting through the days with my kids, but it's not easy. And I really need the energy to rebound. And I know part of that is that I've also not been exercising since the pneumonia. Like I went from walking 3 miles a day after surgery to walking no miles a day from about 3 weeks on. And that's certainly not helping the issue. So I hope when I come back to you at week 7, I will have good things to report weight-wise and generally about my behavior. But I wanted to be honest with the gain that it isn't, oh, my surgery failed me. No, it is definitely that I am making poor life choices. And I can take ownership of that and change it and make it better. So that should be my goal and is my goal. Anyways, I don't really have too much else to add. I will say this, in good yet bad news, I don't get the bad side effects from eating junk that I think a lot of people do get. I mean, it makes my tummy gurgle louder than it would normally gurgle, and I get ever so slightly much more gassy, maybe, than otherwise, but it's not like I fill a room with toots. There's not any significant change in the odor of anything. Uh, and I mean, that vacation was a carb explosion. Like it was handfuls of candy. Uh, I mean, I did get my some protein in. Like I made sure to have bacon and eggs for breakfast instead of pancakes, and like a half a ham sandwich for lunch, and whatever we had for dinner always had a protein. It was steak, city chickens, things like that. But like I had applesauce with city chicken. I had green beans with the steak, so that wasn't so bad. They made mashed potatoes, but no thanks. I had sweet corn when my husband brought it home from the farmer's market. I mean, all of that's been sitting fine. I feel like I can eat more than I should be able to eat. I did also, God, it's like I'm in church and doing confession. I did also drink some Diet Coke on the vacation, and I will say, whereas the sugar does not mess me up at all, the acidity and perhaps also the carbonation of the soda certainly does not sit well. The reflux was intense, super intense, and definitely I won't be going back to being a full-time, like, I mean, I was like an 8 soda a day drinker before surgery, and I don't see myself getting back to that. So yay for one good good thing, I guess. Anyways, I'm sure this hasn't been helpful for too many people, but sorry. I just wanted to post the video mainly for me to look back on in future months and see, where I came from. But if anybody is watching and has any questions, feel free to ask. I am trying to find a better protein supplement, so also if anybody's watching and has good suggestions on that, that would be great. I've tried just a couple of the nectars, haven't loved them. I can't get behind the Gen Pro powder too much because I have trouble getting it to fully dissolve, and it has to start out lukewarm. My surgeon's nutritionist said try putting it into milk, but milk is cold, so it stays chunky, and that's really not very appealing. So I'm just struggling there, but I'm working to try to find a solution. Also, I really need to figure out something else to take for calcium, because this was the other bad thing to come out of my 1 month checkup. I thought I was taking the right amount of vitamins. I was taking 2 Centrum Completes a day. The doctor's office said, no, I need to be taking at least like 4 a day, which is double the amount. And that's okay. I didn't mind to make that change. But the change that really bothered me was I was taking Citracal Petites, which on the front of the bottle say 400 milligrams. So I was taking 4 of those thinking I was getting 1,600 milligrams. Well, she points out that if I look at the back of the bottle, the 400 milligrams is in 2 tablets. So instead of 4 a day to get 1,600 milligrams, I would need to take 8 a day. And they actually recommend 18 to 2,400 milligrams, which would be like 9 to 12 tablets a day just of calcium. Like, damn. And I can't do that. So, I'm spending a fortune on supplements and vitamins, but it's the figuring it out stage. And then once I get a plan in place and it's working for me, hopefully it'll be easier. Last thing. So when I started, they gave me a packet that said follow-up would be at 1 month, 4 months, 8 months, 12 months. And I thought, that's great, because I had heard you should check your labs the first year about every 3 months. And I figure every 4 months is close enough. So, all right, I was on board. I go to my 1 month appointment. The nutritionist gives me a lab requisition to only test my vitamin D and PTH, because those were the 2 things that were off in my pre-op labs. And she says to get those drawn a couple weeks before my next follow-up. And those are all the labs. Then I meet with the surgeon and she says come back in 5 months, which is 2 extra months because I'm already at 1 month. So to come back at 4 months would be 3 months later. Well, so that's already 2 additional months. And when I go to schedule, they say they're booked up at 5 months out from then. So I'm not due back now until February. And my surgery was July 11th. And my follow-up now is July 21st. And all they're checking is the vitamin D and the PTH and nothing else. So I guess I'm going to have to find a private pay lab and hope my insurance will reimburse me so that I can get it done, before then. I don't want to be like crazy level deficient because nobody's checking up on it. So those are my concerns and my confessions and my not so positive week 5 and 6 update. Well, week 5 was fine. I was still down some. I was going to try to edit this video to add in my stats and updates and pictures, but I may just do a separate short little montage with that because it's already 9 o'clock here and I don't feel like editing tonight. So anyways, that's all from me. Good to see everyone. Please, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Okay.